Hello, my name is Carmen. I'm a Twitch VTuber and I'm also a book lover. I recently started posting my first book reviews on YouTube, and your comments have been really supportive. Please feel free to check those out. I'll link them at the end of this video. I read horror, dark fiction. I possibly want to expand into science fiction, but I also find that genre can be very fantasy, and I'm not very into fantasy. So if you have some suggestions, I'm always open to suggestions for any of those categories. Today, I'm going to be talking about Mercy Hill, and that book was provided to me as an advanced reader copy through Doubleday Books. And if you haven't heard about what an advanced reader copy is, it is a free book that is provided to book reviewers to build some hype around a book release. This book has not been released as of yet. So that kind of puts it out there, gets people interested. It's a great marketing tool for publishers. So I have been interested in reading advanced reader copies, and I, in fact, started this YouTube channel to be able to have the opportunity to read advanced reader copies. The publishers are very choosy in who they let have advanced reader copies because of obviously it's giving a book away for free. So I did start this channel to be able to take advantage of reading advanced reader copies. So back to Mercy Hill. I was nervous going into this because it is my first advanced reader copy. So I was hoping that I was going to choose a really good book. And I was pleasantly surprised because this is a very good book. Mercy Hill takes place outside of a high security mental hospital in North Carolina. It's four sisters who are being raised in a cabin that's outside the gates of that mental hospital. Their mother is very ambitious. She is the lead psychiatrist at that hospital. And then they have their dad, who is a stay at home dad. Since their mother works all the time, he is tasked in raising the four girls. And so the story is taking place in the late 90s to early 2000 is told from the perspective of the youngest sister, Denise. So, amid the constant budget cuts for this hospital, their mom is involved in this crusade to keep the hospital open. And in doing so, she involves the whole family. She is very ambitious, so she's basically choosing the future for her daughters. And so that forces the daughters to grow up very early. Their mother pushes them up some grades and is also pushing for them to be in the psychiatric field like she is. So this is told from Denise's perspective. You do get a look into each sister's development throughout the years. Like I said, this is does take place over several years of them growing up. So as Denise begins to grow from childhood to her preteen years to teenage years, you get a view of each of those sisters' lives and to her life, and they begin to turn into their own person and their own adult, despite the path that their mom is choosing for them. And this forms a bond between the sisters. It starts off as they have a bond to keep this life that they know, so that the hospital doesn't get closed. So they bond on that, but then they also bond on their growing up and always being together. And then you kind of see that it's sometimes shaken because each of them now has their own interest and friends, and they're growing older at different ages. You do get to see that. And I really appreciate that the author, which is, I forgot to mention, is Hannah Thurman. This is her premiere book. Um, Hannah Thurman really fleshes out these characters Each of them has their own personality and character traits, including the parents. Their father is a stay-at-home dad, and that's something that's not often represented in literature and not represented in a positive way, I feel. Um, Sometimes the stay-at-home dad figures painted as somebody who's maybe lazy, doesn't want to get a job. And in this case, it's a family decision that this father stays home and is raising the children so that their mother can lead this hospital. And he's a great character as well that you get introduced to. So this book really left me cheering for each one of the sisters and everybody in this family. There's Even though their mom is very ambitious, they don't paint her as somebody who is a horrible person. None of these characters, they're all human. They're not horrible people, and they're painted in a way that you do see their personalities, very well developed characters, and also their character arcs, how they grow throughout this book. And this also includes the sisters as well as the adults in this book. So this book left me cheering for all of them, and I deeply cared for what happened to them in their lives. And I just really enjoyed every moment of this book and what was going to happen in the end and what happens after the story ends. And so yeah, I completely enjoyed this book. I was glad that I got this as my first character arc. I guess, pardon me, as my first arc advanced reader copy. So I'm so glad that I got this as my first advanced reader copy, and I really look forward to seeing more advanced reader copies. But as far as this book goes, I definitely give this 5 stars. It was a great book. Yes. So I do have some more advanced reader copies. I signed up not thinking that I would get approved for all of them. And surprise, I did get approved for all of the advanced reader copies that I signed up for. So I have 4 more books. Yes, 4. So I am going to be busy reading advanced reader copies. If you would like to see those videos, these advanced reader copies have not been released to the public as of yet. So if you'd like to be the first to know about these books that are coming out, good, bad, I will be reviewing them here. So please make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit a notification. You'll get notified whenever I record some videos about the future advanced reader copies. So I appreciate you watching. I will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.